Hi, this is Dr. Robinson, and this is G's Tiny Secrets, a Take Care of You podcast. If you're listening right now, I want you to take a breath with me. Not a deep one, not a forced one, just a natural breath. Because February can feel loud. Loud with love, loud with history, loud with expectations. And today's episode is for anyone who has ever felt pulled in many directions during this season, trying to love, trying to honor, trying to show up while quietly feeling tired. Today's episode is called Love Without Losing Yourself. And before we go any further, let me say this clearly. Love should not cost you your peace. And honoring legacy should not require you to abandon yourself. This reminds me of the book titled Love After Loss by yours truly, John Neil Bryant Robinson, available on Amazon. Taking care of you still matters, especially now. Why this episode exists, I'm glad you're here for this one. February is a month full of meaning. Valentine's Day reminds us to love. Black History Month reminds us of strength, resilience, and perseverance. But what we don't always talk about is how heavy those reminders can feel, because love can become performance and strength can become pressure. And somewhere in the middle, many of us forget to check in with ourselves. I wanted to talk about this because so many people are loving deeply, but resting rarely, honoring others, but neglecting themselves. And that imbalance catches up with us. Let's talk about Valentine's Day. Gently, Valentine's Day is coming. And everywhere you look, love is being advertised. Who to buy for, how to show up, what love should look like. And while that can be beautiful, it can also be exhausting. Because love isn't always roses and cards. Sometimes love is patience. Sometimes love is boundaries. Sometimes love is choosing not to pour from an empty cup. And sometimes the most important relationship to tend to is the one you have with yourself. Love should not require self-erasure. Some of us learned love through overgiving, giving more time, more energy, more understanding, more grace. And while generosity is a gift, it becomes harmful when it costs you your well-being. Love that requires you to disappear is not sustainable love. Taking care of you is not selfish. It is responsible. Now let's shift. Black History Month of February also invites us to reflect on legacy. Black History Month celebrates resilience, brilliance, and survival. But here's something we don't say enough. Our ancestors were strong because they had to be, not because strength was painless. And honoring their legacy does not mean repeating exhaustion. Legacy isn't just about what we endure. It's about what we heal. It's about what we choose to model differently. Rest is not disrespect. Care is not weakness. Softness is not failure. Legacy begins with care. If the next generation learns anything from us, I hope it's this: that love includes rest, that strength includes gentleness, that taking care of yourself is not optional. Legacy is not only what we survive, it's what we give ourselves permission to stop carrying alone. This is where take care of you lives. Taking care of you doesn't mean opting out of love or history. It means including yourself in both. It means asking, where do I need rest? Where do I need support? Where have I been strong for too long? And giving yourself permission to answer honestly. A gentle practice. This is important. Sometimes taking care of you looks simple. It looks like pausing, like breathing, like having something nearby that reminds you who you are. A word, a phrase, a truth you can return to when emotions feel heavy. That's why affirmations matter. That's why legacy words matter. God says, I am loved. God says I am worthy. God says I am enough. And if you've ever needed that reminder, we share those words through the God Says I Am legacy. Bracelets at learnloveinspired.com. Not as decoration, but as something to reach for in real moments. Let's reflect for a moment. I want to ask you something. Where in your life are you loving but not resting? Where are you honoring others but neglecting yourself? And what would it look like to include you in the love you give? I'll repeat that because it is important. Where in your life are you loving but not resting? Where are you honoring others but neglecting yourself? And what would it look like to include you in the love you give? Love that lasts includes you. Love does not have to drain you. History does not have to exhaust you. You are allowed to love deeply and still take care of you. Absolutely, my friends. You are allowed to honor legacy and still choose rest. You are allowed to be soft and still be strong. Let's have a closing reflection. As we move through this season of love and legacy, remember this. The loudest expectations do not deserve the quietest parts of you. Protect your peace, honor your needs, and don't disappear trying to be everything for everyone else. This is Dr. Robinson, and this has been Jay's Tiny Secrets. Take Care of You podcast. Until next time, breathe, love gently, and take care of you.